Hi, my name's Frank Valentic and welcome to our Advantage Property Market Update. Melbourne's clearance rates still consistently stay in the high 70s, so the underquoting law changes from the 1st of May haven't really dented the market at all. There's still been strong demand and competitive bidding at house auctions. Apartment auctions have been patchy and we've seen at some of those auctions only one bidder or no bidders. But we've seen some great growth in Melbourne since the bottom of the market in September 2012. We recently had a vendor advocacy client in Barrow Street in Brunswick West that in 2012 at the bottom of the market couldn't sell for $730,000. Same property just sold for a whopping $1,190,000. We had a similar situation, a vendor advocacy client on St Kilda Road in Melbourne. They couldn't give it away for $685,000 back at the bottom of the market 5 years ago, and it just sold for $982,000 with very strong competitive bidding. So this growth we're seeing over a very long time in Melbourne, and property is about long-term growth. A client of ours recently sold a property in Chelsea in Golden Avenue for $570,000, a two-bedroom villa unit. She bought that in 1984 for $44,000 and thought she paid too much, but it doesn't really matter if you pay that extra $10,000 or $20,000 if you're looking long-term. A property sold in my old homeland in Preston recently for $1.2 million in Scotia Street, and my parents sold their family home for $123,000 back in 1995, showing how much growth there's been in that market. Now, there's always talk about property downturns, busts, bubbles, all this sort of stuff, and that's come out recently with the CoreLogic figures showing that Melbourne prices have declined slightly in the last 2 months. But all the other economic factors are very, very solid. So I don't see a downturn in the housing sector because you've got unemployment being solid, inflation is still low, and the RBA is not moving the cash rate, which will be the big factor. Our population growth continues to lead the nation in Melbourne. We are set to be the nation's most populous city by 2030. We'll outpace Sydney as we're growing at over 108,000 people in the last 12 months, and consistently 100,000 people are calling Melbourne home. And Melburnians are spreading further and further outwards. Recent data showed that the auction meccas of Melbourne now are in the outer suburbs, so there has been a changing of guard. There's now 12 of the 14 top suburbs for auction volume in the last 12 months are in the outer suburb areas, averaging around 22 kilometres from the CBD. The only two inner suburbs to feature were Kew and Preston, 6 and 9 kilometres respectively. So there's definitely been a change in the guard as buyers have pushed outward as affordability and that ripple effect has pushed them outwards. Please don't hesitate to contact us and visit our website regarding our popular Buyers Advocate, Sellers Advocate, Owners Corporation and Property Management Services, and our future group block purchases. We'll see you next time.